stream. Thanks for tuning in. Just a raw recon ride. We're doing New York. Naturally, we're doing this for a recon video that'll be out in a couple weeks. I just don't have any full-on race footage from here. So we're just going to do the route. We're doing it in conjunction with Trainer Road as well. So we're going to be doing our Trainer Road workout, which you will see appear on the bottom of the screen. Today we are doing, I think it's a VO2 max kind of thing. Do some backwards pedaling. We're going to switch up our bike. So garage, we're going to go, and this is my recommendation, Pinarello Dogma. With the Envy wheel set. I mean, it's not going to make a difference. We're here by ourselves, so there's nobody going. Hey, Douce, what's going on, my man? We're just getting ready to do a workout, that's all. I think we've got 6x6s. Or 6x6 VO2 things. It's gonna suck. It's gonna be right at my fucking FTP. So it's gonna be all out for those efforts. And by number 6, I'm gonna wanna die. We're doing threshold, man. The workout's right at the bottom. The sets, there's 6 of them. You can see kind of the peaks there. Yeah, I know. I invited you to this meetup, Miguel. I hope that doesn't bother you. In order to set up these private meetups where I can ride the course for the recons, I have to invite somebody. So that somebody's you, man. But at least it's got the main kind of thing. So for anybody that rides Zwift, knows that Trainer Road isn't really integrated. So what we're doing is the trainer is hooked up to Trainer Road ERG. So it will control the power. So it will hold me at that wattage. And then power meter pedals will just, which are only one-sided, will monitor the power, which you will see in Zwift. So the power is the power is the power. There we go. Now, does it allow you to do like does it have the new routes in there? Because I need to do Danger Noodle. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, Douce. I'm not sure if this is just created through me or the, well, I guess it's created through me. I think I have a painting club on Zwift. I may have deleted it, but I don't honestly recall. We had a club for a bit. I think I may have had to dump it. Maybe in the Specialized thing. Who knows? I will take a look into that though. We'll definitely have to do that. I want to start trying to rally all the C's we know and do like a YouTuber crit Saturday kind of thing. And potentially have some like, I mean in Canada we call it shinny hockey, where everybody throws in their stick, use a number randomizer, pick team captains, and then, you know, pick the squads, and then do some crits. I think that'd be fun. Are you riding that tomorrow? I do need a recon. If you want to do that, that would be awesome, my dude. I mean, this is, I did the recon for the, or I've done the ride for the TTT a week Tuesday. This is obviously in 2 weeks' time and then 3 weeks' time. So, oh, Josh, how's it going, my man? Talking for now, but this is, like I said, this workout's going to get super sucky really fast. And this is me killing two birds with one stone. Mainly because I have to ride the route, and I'm trying very hard to stick to my training plan. We're doing the recon on everything Bagel. It'll be kind of weird though, like, because I do have set power numbers, that sometimes I will not be pushing when I would be pushing normally in a race. Like right now, up this climb, I normally wouldn't be doing 150 watts. But we're sticking with the workout. Oh, eyes are just watering like crazy. Still got the sniffles a bit. Good times, good times. Now overall, now I can't say for riding it like I'm gonna ride it here with the intervals. My guess is about the hour mark at a good pace for this route. It's gonna be tough. It is long. For those who rode last season in the WTRL, when we did Mighty Metropolitan, we went up the reverse, which we will again do here. And that was enough for me, to be honest. Actually, no, I skipped this. When was the last time I raced this? Yeah, you see, this is a nasty climb. I had to ease things up a bit. I was dealing with cramps, and I still am. And I think that's because of the medication. that's causing it. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, Denise is still sick actually, but RSV is only infectious for 10 days, I guess. Lucky in that sense, but unlucky in another. Yeah, they're always late kind of adding those roots. Which I think the last new route I rode an actual recon ride for it. But I know a lot of guys out there are doing exactly that, freelancing it. I know it's wild. I don't know if you watch John Rice's stuff, but I guess he's done with the recons, which is sad. You know, there was 4 guys that were doing regular recons, and I think it was a good mix. So, but by the sounds of things, he's starting his own business. He's got clients to take care of, so I totally get it. Oh, imagine if we could just go up these climbs during ZRL, doing under 200 watts, that'd be nice. So my 90-day PR up here is 435. Which I don't think we're going to come close to today. Mind you, that day I wasn't racing it either. Oh, my eyes are so itchy. Yeah, it's going to be fast up here too. There are no segment points here, but people are going to be flying. How's everybody's day going? It also seems shorter when you're taking it at your own pace and not being forced by a race. So where things get kind of extra spicy, flattens out, then there's that final push, and that ramp's pretty steep. That happens on both sides of this. And you're going to do both sides. which I am sure for many people like myself is not a thrilling prospect. Yeah, it's gonna look terrible as we head up at 104 watts during our rest interval. That's why I put trainer road on the screen, so at least when people watch the recon, they'll know that I'm actually doing a working set and that this is not the pace that I would go up this. Oh my God, this is like molasses. Hilarious, 15% at 100 watts. So this outside, you fall over. Finally installed the 3211 cassette, hoping that climb won't feel as painful. That's the thing, it's that's where trainer difficulty comes in. You don't have to change your cassette. You just change the trainer difficulty to simulate gearing. Now outside, absolutely. You want to change cassettes depending on where you're at. Same with chain rings. I mean, it makes a huge difference. But then again, I don't know what trainer you're on. Maybe you don't have that option. I mean, the reality is I should maybe, because I use a gravel bike on the trainer, I should probably just throw the road bike on, because I run a much larger chain ring on that. Would probably be faster actually. But yeah, because I don't change the trainer setting at all. I just kind of sit in my thing. Oh my God, this is like molasses. Thanks, man. Whenever I can do to keep my glasses from getting super sweaty and fogging up. It's not that it's going to help today because my eyes are watering like crazy. Got a whole bunch of them and just kind of wear them, throw them in the wash, repeat. Just like the jerseys and the bib shorts and all that kind of stuff. Just buy them off Amazon. Simple, straightforward. There we go. We're gonna hit this interval on the downhill, which is funny. Thankfully, I put my most useful gear near the center, my chain line. Just can't do virtual gears yet without a DI2. Yeah, it's like my gravel bike's strictly mechanical. The road bike is all electronic. I like to keep it simple for the gravel bike. I will say that some of the interesting things, like the Zwift cog, is an interesting concept. I think about it, but I mean, it'll stop you from wearing out chain rings, or sorry, cassettes, and maybe a little. I thought maybe it'd be better for your chain because you're not shifting around, but then again, it's like this one size fits all cog, which makes me think that it's not ideal. Oh, pick up the cadence a bit. So looks like 246 are our unders. Hey Phil, how goes the battle? Over is at 271. Nice. How was that? Nice, well done, my dude. It's awesome. I agree, Jacob. Not my thing. I'm all for velodrome and pan flat. Oh, nice. Ah, that's cool. Ah. Which 360? The head one. I have the X4, which is the stick-like one. The latest, greatest. And then I have the RS, which was the Action Cam 360. I mean, they make good stuff. That's for sure. I use a lot of that for the vlogs, the 360 footage. I just turn it on, it records. I go back afterwards. I just kind of set it and forget it. All right. One of 6 down. Yeah. I don't do the overlays. I run Wahoo. I don't hook up the GPS on it. I mean, if I was racing crits or something like that, using it in that manner, I probably would. But they're great cameras. I have no qualms with Insta360, that's for sure. And I mean, the 360 footage gives you a lot of options. Especially when you want to mix up the views and all that kind of stuff. And it makes it all pretty good. Yeah, I think you're talking about the little tiny one. Like you can clip it. I forget what they call that cam actually. But yeah, the portability and the size factor is amazing. I mean, for me, because I do myself, and the guys will go out for 3-4 hour rides. Typically, we'll run the Insta360 because of the battery life. It's got a much longer battery life, easy swappable batteries, and then for me, it acts as a dash cam as well, because, well, to be frank, there's some very aggressive people on the roads at times, which is unfortunate. Ever tried your MA with one? What do you mean by MA? All I can think of when I see is MA is martial arts. Yeah. No. Thing is with martial arts is like if you're doing anything, I mean, if you're doing patterns, people want to see it. If you're sparring, you don't want things that can injure other people. I mean, you can punch one of those, it's not going to feel very good. I mean, when we spar, we don't, the only equipment I wear is mouth guards, so. And I mean, to be frank, I keep it kind of low key now anyways, because I mean, I haven't fought competitively in 20 plus years, and you know, it's you do get injured, so I just kind of low key old guy, just kind of, you know, light stuff maybe, you know, pad work, all that kind of stuff. I mean, every once in a while I get called upon to play with the younger guys, and you know, it's funny sometimes because I'll take time away and not be there for a while, and there'll be a bunch of new guys, and I get introduced there as the new guy sometimes for fun. So I know that there have been times when people have said, "Oh, you want to spar with the new guy? He's just here, show him the ropes," kind of thing. And I set them off. It's kind of funny. Usually the young guys with big egos. The older you get, the more unsuspecting you get, which I like. It's an advantage. Yeah, it's I mean, been part of my organization forever. It's you know, very much, you know, second family to me. Guys that I've trained with for almost, in some cases, like 35, 40 years. It's crazy. Yeah, I started judo early. After this interval, I'll tell you a story. No need to apologize. Whew. All right. Whew. Yeah, so I did judo when I was young for years through uni. So at 15, I was a training partner for a guy by the name of Douce. So he was on the Canadian Olympic team. I was 15 years old. What I didn't have in technique, I made up for in raw athleticism and tenacity. So they had me train with Jim to help him get ready for the Seoul, Korea Olympics. And I mean, Jim had won awards for like best technical judoka, like, I mean, a phenomenal athlete. So I was very privileged to not only be in the club with him, but to train directly with him. I mean, ultimately what it meant for me was I absolutely got the living shit kicked out of me week in, week out. We would do, you know, light randori, and he would just beat me time after time after time. And we would do competition, like, obviously, like it was a match, scored as a match, in-house. And my one claim to fame is on one fateful match, on one fateful training day, the oceans parted, the sun shone through, and I caught Jim with a shoulder throw, Ponce Yanagi, and perfect throw, 100%. Ippon won the match, and I knew at that moment for the next 3 to 6 months that he was going to absolutely beat the living hell out of me because he wasn't happy that I was able to throw him. So ultimately, it was great because when I would go back to my age group, you know, after fighting with Jim so long, like being at provincials and like the Ishiyama International Invitational and stuff like that, fighting my own age bracket, you know, like regional championships and all that kind of stuff. It was, I definitely paid. I paid and I paid and I paid. But, you know, I'll say this, training with people that are better than you, even if you can't beat them, even if you have no chance, you're getting better each time. And like I said, it translated when I went back to when I would fight in my age category and divisions. And, you know, you know, provincial champ, zone champ, all those kind of things. You know, my goal was to get to the Olympics, but that never happened. Also because of Jim, I couldn't beat Jim. He was just too good. I mean, he's, you know, like I said, he's got awards, he's recognized, you know, provincially he's in the Sports Hall of Fame. You know, he's won Judo Canada, Judo Technician Awards, like all that kind of stuff. Like, I mean, he was one of the best. So, you know, no regrets there. I mean, he's a phenomenal athlete. You know, I'm so privileged to have trained with him and stuff like that. So eventually I moved away from where I lived in the club, went to university, and then ultimately trained there for a while. And then I'm just like, well, I'm going to switch sports. So I started doing full contact kickboxing, sanshou, sanda, which allows throws, but had such a strong base from my judo training that it helped me excel in that. And I mean, ultimately with sanshou and sanda, you know, that was my calling. You know, it's been a privilege to do that and, you know, train all the guys that I did and the results that we got there. So, I mean, it's all part of life's journey, right? My late father, best friend, was a fourth dan in karate. Went to some classes. One interesting thing came about. Expect the unexpected. I got getting hard, you switch stance. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I fight both ways. Sometimes I'll start off as a southpaw and it throws people off, and then go to regular stance, which is my actual stance. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I've enjoyed my years. I mean, that's ultimately my passion, but it's a young man's sport. It's not for old men like me. You know, there comes a time where it's like there's a change of the guard, and that happened a long time ago. But I mean, like I said, I'm still involved. I still coach. You know, I've coached boxers as well. Had guys at Worlds for that. Ironically, I'll tell the rest of this story after this set. Sorry. Breathing gets a little hard. Cheers, man. Catch you later, Phil. Cheers, Noah. Workout's tough. Whew. Yeah, we're doing under overs. 6x6. They suck. How you doing today, Noah? Whew. I'm doing all right. I'm feeling better, but I'm still not 100%. Just kind of how these things, I guess, progress. I think my wife's been sick for a good month and a bit. She's having a really tough time, but she has asthma. Respiratory virus is not fun. But we're feeling better. We are feeling better. 2 weeks ago, I don't think I could have done this. It's funny on these steep grades, when I'm in the valleys of this workout, how slow you're actually going. Whew. So we're over halfway, which is good. It's awful. I had 2 in December along with norovirus. Yeah, it's, sorry, man. Hopefully you're feeling better. Yeah, it's a big kick in the pants to your fitness, that's for sure. And things that shouldn't be hard tend to be hard. And things that are hard, it just feels like it's gonna kill you, to be honest. I mean, I haven't stopped, but it's just like, it has not been a fun time at times. And my power has been affected by it, obviously, and obviously, you know. Yeah, I'm more worried about my wife than me. I mean, my stupidity and primitive ape-like mind allow me to do stupid things. But, you know, sad thing is she's back at work. She works at the hospital. And the virus is only contagious for about 10 days. But it also leaves her susceptible to every other thing that's kind of going around. So, it makes work not so fun for her. So, it is what it is. Stretch for a sec in the low. Get ready for the next interval. Yeah, it's a bit of a worry. I mean, she's a strong lady. I mean, during COVID, she worked through the entire thing in the COVID unit, you know, directly with everything that was going on there. And, you know, she's a tough lady. She's very resilient. But, you know, like anything, when you're in a relationship, you worry about your significant other. That's for sure. All right. And we'll go quiet, as it is work and set time. Thanks, Miguel. Appreciate it. thought that was the end of the interval. There we go. Whew. Two more. Whew. Try to get that heart rate down. Thanks, so it's you suck. Not gonna lie. And this climb, 17% will not be kind in the race. I like to see my heart rate drop in the low 120s here. I don't think that's going to happen. Oh yeah, it's going to get torn apart. If it doesn't get torn apart in the first one, it definitely is in the second. Climbers are going to put a world of hurt on people, man. Bigger riders are going to, it's just going to be an accomplishment to finish. But if the climbers are good, they're going to, even though there's no segment on that first climb, they're going to put the hurt out so the sprint segments aren't contested as bad. That's assuming that you don't push and drop everybody. It's a hard chase. If there's a big enough gap, Oh my God. Whew. Does a little bit. Messes with your head. Whew. Whew. Yeah, one more. It's gonna be tough too. Gotta get that heart rate down. Let's hope so. Oh, try to focus on that breathing. Get that heart rate down. Exactly. Zen thoughts. All right, last set. Whew. Oh, that was tough. Hey, DL. Ask away. Oh. Thanks, Noah. Whew. Tough workout. Whew. Glad that's over. Legs were just screaming at the end there. Got a question, DL? Whew. Saturday workout always sucks. It's a 0.99 IS, so it means I'm like riding that line in my FTP. Like ones means you're basically FTP flat line. So I'm just under my FTP by like 0.01 intensity. And I was able to take apart my whirlpool, okay? Spinning issue. Okay, so if so I got two fixed videos on there. One underneath, if it's the black sort of attachment between the motor and the spin drum. If that is broken, that has to be replaced. I don't know if that's your problem or not. You lift it up. If you see black, a ton of black underneath there, or chunks of rubber, that's usually your issue. If you're talking about the movement, like the movement of the spinner while the cycle is on, and it's not rotating in one direction, it just kind of sits there and shakes. It's because of the agitator dogs And there's a video for that as well, which involves taking out the spinner, top spinner, and replacing the 4 agitator dogs in there. If it's neither of those problems, it is the clutch mechanism potentially, which is a bigger job, which I don't have a video on, but I don't know. So I'm not sure which one you're kind of having issues with. You know, is it the agitator dog, or is it the 3-prong black mechanism in the middle, basically, which is designed so if there is a problem that it breaks versus burning out your motor. Okay, that's still intact. So, I mean, it's difficult to diagnose over the internet without seeing it, but if the washer's on and there's still movement in it while it's going, and everything seems to be running fine, check the agitator dogs. Just search J. Durham agitator dogs. It'll take you through that, so no chunks. Okay, good. You know, if it's the motor's good and the motor's running, it's not that. If it's not the agitator dogs, it's potentially the clutch mechanism. So, and like I said, I apologize, man, but I don't have a video for that, and it's a lot it's not a talkie over the phone or internet kind of thing that's going to get you through that. But most people is either that, which is not for you, or it's the agitator dogs. It's usually one of the two. Agitator dogs wear out. It's like $1 part. You can pick them up for like $2 for 4. If you go in there, I basically show you how to replace the dogs, but a lot of times you'll buy the kit. Just replace the whole mechanism. It's straightforward. That way, all the teeth are good, even on what it's supposed to catch with on your agitator. It'll be better. So, I mean, I don't know if this is at all remotely helpful to you, but hopefully it is. Hopefully it makes sense, kind of thing. So, yeah. It's funny, that washer itself, it finally, I finally had to replace it. And I had done that repair like 2-3 times. It finally went. The pump cracked and all that kind of stuff. So, but generally they're pretty bulletproof. They last a very long time. And usually the problems you get into is when they start leaking and then they start seizing, like the rust. So, you know, oh, no worries, man. That's what I'm here for. You leave a, you know, it's a good way to do it, I guess, is catch me on a live when I'm riding, is for sure, because then you get direct feedback versus, you know, the quick kind of type comment. But best of luck, my dude. I hope you figure it out, because like I said, those machines, they last a very, very long time. Mine was 20 plus years, 25 years I got out of it before I had to replace it. And now I'm on to newfangled stuff, so, which is unfortunate because it's not as an easy fix. And those things, like I said, parts are cheap, parts are easy to find, you know, locally, Amazon, all that kind of stuff. So hopefully that works out for you. But so everybody else is watching for cycling and not washing machines. That's the New York Recon. I'll have full recon before the race up on YouTube, so catch that out. Appreciate everybody that dropped in and watched me suffer during my workout. I know it doesn't make quite the same sense, like it's paced weirdly than the race because I'm doing interval training, but I got to make the most of this kind of time. I don't need to ride an hour and a half on the route and do an hour and a half training. It's kind of unnecessary, just kind of junk miles, but appreciate it. So we're gonna find somebody to raid over on Twitch, see who's
who's doing stuff. And then we're gonna have some fun. By the sounds of things, Miguel is gonna do Danger Noodle. He's gonna do the recon for that. So appreciate that, Miguel. And thanks for tuning in. Thanks for everybody that's been in the chat. I tell you, under overs, they're weird. Like the first 3 sets, you're fine, but by the time you hit number 6, yeah, I know it's. This is my normal thing. I just do the stuff like the washing machine thing, honestly, DL, because I know for me, when it's things that I don't know how to do and I can find stuff on the internet that helps me and saves me a few bucks, I appreciate it. So I just kind of like out there returning the favor. And, you know, by the success of that video, which I never expected, it was just kind of like, I'm glad I did it, because it's definitely saved a lot of people a lot of money. And that's, you know, money's hard to come by sometimes. Thanks, my man. Appreciate it so much. All right, let's see who's on Twitch here. Can I find my Twitch app? It's always an issue. I am the worst Twitch streamer in the world, I know. Half the time I forget to do this. The other half, it is, well, it looks like Bullet Fall is live, so we're gonna go and raid Bullet Fall. So if you're on Twitch, I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. All right, we will catch y'all on Twitch later. And for those of you on YouTube, appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. Best of luck, DL. I hope you find a solution for your problem, man. And until next time, guys, we'll catch you all later. See you.